I once met a couple who were sharing a story of how they brought their children on earth through dates. You're going to ask me, how is that? Well, they got pregnant for the firstborn. They didn't have any savings. They thought the money they had was little, and they could just spend it anyhow, and it got finished. Now, by the time the antenatal came, they had to borrow money from either office, from friends, but somehow they had to borrow money. The time for going to hospital after 9 months came, they had no money. While the lady was in hospital, the man was busy running around his friends looking for money to deliver his wife. Now, imagine bringing a child on earth on date when you actually had 9 months to save for that. Our topic today is saving tips to grow your savings account. Now, if you do not have the reasons as to why you need to save, then even if I talk, it is not going to help you. First and foremost, you need to know that you need to save. Reason number one, to get out of trouble on a rainy day. Reason number two, you need to save in the event that you have grown so old and you have no other place where to get income from. You can invest your savings. You can use your savings to treat yourself, to get medication, and live a better life in your old age. And maybe the reason why we save is you are saving towards something, saving towards the delivery of a child, saving towards a project you need to get, saving towards a product you need to acquire. Somehow, somewhere, savings is a very key habit that will help us to live better lives. Okay, now, if you do not save, well, prepare yourself for more embarrassments and more embarrassments and more embarrassments. Relationships where there is no saving will fail. Families where there is no savings, it's going to be very difficult. And so, let's look at ways of saving money. It doesn't matter how much you have. If your budget is small, your savings are going to be small, and you're going to learn to be contented with what you have saved. Live within your means. Cut your cloth according to the size of the material that you have. Let's look at ways of savings. Number one, if you want to save, you're earning your income, put a standing order. Put a standing order on your account. Create a super saving account, an account where you do not have to withdraw. And these accounts are available in the banks, by the way. It's just that when you go to the bank, you just tell them, I want to open a savings or a current account. But there are different categories of savings account that do not attract so much deductions, that do not attract so much withdrawal fees or anything. You ask for those different types of savings account. Then you choose one on where you want to save your money. And so put a standing order on the account where your salary comes. If you want to save 20%, then make sure 20% of your salary goes to the super savings account, an account where you don't withdraw. It is so difficult to go to the account, get the money from your account, and then take it to the savings account. In between, so many things happen, so many temptations happen. Then you find that the money doesn't get to the savings account. You spend it. I used to say I'll pick the money from account and take it to another bank where I have an account. But along the way, I meet something which takes my attention, and then I end up paying that money, and then the saving doesn't happen. Now, if you start saving that money early, like you start saving early, you actually don't take so much. You can save 10%, you can save 20% of that account. At the end of the day, you will accumulate so much. I started saving when I think I was already 50. I started saving. I've been saving for 3 years now. Before, I never used to save. If I tell you that I had savings, it will be a big lie. I spent my money, got the things that I needed. Then it dawned on me one day that I'm going to retire and I don't have any savings. And so that pushed me to start saving. But guess what? I save more than 50% of my salary. And so in my old age, I'm living on a stringent, very stringent budget to make sure that I have a saving, at the same time have these issues, small things that I'll be needing. So I advise you, put that standing order early enough so that by the time you get to my age, you have already saved enough and you are not straining to live on 50% of your salary only, but rather you can have the 80% to enjoy. Of course, the 10% you tithe it to church, to your mosque, to anywhere that your faith subscribes to. Now, number one, standing order. Number two, avoid impulse purchases. Now, in the community we are living in, you are on Instagram, you are seeing people who are marketing their things. They are selling, and they are giving you deals, and they are giving. And so you end up buying things you actually do not need. You just buy. They are showing dresses, you buy. They are showing pants, you buy. Some of the things I've bought from those sales, actually, I found I don't need them, and some of them are even fake. They are of very poor quality. At the end of the day, I have lost so much money through impulse buying, and I have learned better that when I need something, when I feel it is a need, I look for it. Now, that day when I'm going to look for it, I think about it like for over 2, 3 weeks and make sure that I need it. I'm not just buying it because I want it, I buy because I need it. And I buy it because there are things that we buy and you feel you can live without it. But there are those that you buy and you feel it is necessary in the home. And so I have learned over the years, I don't do impulse buying. I don't buy because you have brought things my way. I don't buy because I've seen a good deal. I buy because I need it. I need it, and I have saved for it. I have planned for it for a whole month, 30 days, and I know that this portion of my salary will go to this. The portion of that salary, I will prepare my mind psychologically. So when the salary comes, I don't stress, I don't hustle, I pay towards the need. Number three, make sure you have a well-planned budget. If you don't have a budget of the things that you need, then you will just buy things anyhow. And when you have that budget that you have created, go to the shops when the money is not yet there. As you're still saving, go to the shops, find out the prices of the things that you want to buy, find out where the best bargain is, find out where there are sales. If there are clothes, find where there are sales. If there are saucepans, if there are plates, it is furniture, find where there are sales before you get the money. And so, as you save, as the 30 days pass by, you will pick your money, you will have bargained, you will have compared the prices, then you will just go and pick the item that you need at a good cost. If you do not do that, you will go to the first shop, even when the prices are so high, you will pay, only to discover after some time that you bought a product on a very high price because it was, you didn't budget, you didn't plan, you didn't do market research. Okay, now we are going to look at the last one, which is my last one, which is paying your bills before they attract taxes. It may look a simple bill. The water bill comes, it is 50,000, or meme bill comes, it is 100,000. And remember, there is service fee, then there is VAT on that bill. Now, if you don't pay that bill early enough, you will find that the taxes get compounded. The tax that they had charged you before, the 18%, it becomes part of the bill. So they charge you compound tax. The VAT is charged on the compound price, which already had its own VAT. So the amount of money you pay at the end of the day is much, much more than you could have paid. I have learned this secret. My husband normally pays these bills in advance. And we have discovered that when you pay the bill before it comes, you put there 50,000, you put there 20,000. The VAT and all these other things come in negatives. They come in negatives because your bill is always in negatives. So you don't pay so much money in taxes and compound taxes. Rather, you are going to get this bill that is already in negatives. If you pay 20,000, you consume water for 30,000, for 10,000. So it is minus 10,000. And so the taxes are not going to be high. So pay your bills without compounding taxes. Did I say the last one? Let's talk about one more. Avoid borrowing money with interest, high interest rates. Borrow only when it is an emergency, only when you know you're going to make money out of that money you have borrowed. But if you borrow to buy dresses at an interest, then it's going to be difficult. I saw a lady borrow 800,000 because she wanted a dress for a party. Now, the person put in 15%. Let me tell you, the money she paid at the end of the day was not worth the joy she received when she wore that dress. And so I encourage you, borrow only when it is necessary. Avoid credit cards because the taxes attached to those cards is also too high. Use your cash because when you spend cash, then you know it is painful. Use your cash, avoid borrowing, avoid high interest rates, live within your means, and life is going to be better, if not easier. And then you can also think about getting a side hustle. When you get a side hustle, it is a way of saving. Are you working in an office job? Is there something you can do on the side? I do public speeches. I do bridal shower counseling. I do youth counseling. I do so many things on the side. And so those small things that I do on the side, they help me cover up my bill and they help me save money, which I could have spent from my main income. Thank you so much. Please sign in, subscribe, like, share with me your money saving tips on the comment section. Bye bye for now.